And great to have you join us on another exciting episode of Art House. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Coming up on the program, a group exhibition by different artists in Lagos. Then the African Art Foundation organizes a green and blue solo exhibition in the commercial capital. We'll have that and more after we hear from our Wordsmith for this week.
Our Wordsmith for this week is by Tomiwa Adelagun, titled Virtuous Woman. This woman has fought 1,000 battles and is still standing. This woman has cried 1,000 tears and she's still smiling. This woman has been broken, betrayed, abandoned, rejected, but she still walks proud. This woman laughs loud, lives without fear, loves without doubt. This woman is beautiful. This woman is humble. This woman is you.
A group exhibition by different creatives in Lagos leaves a lot of people intrigued by the many talents that are being discovered every day.
It's a potpourri of all kinds of art and craft. The hard, which sculpture and installation falls under, and to the soft, which captures all sorts of paintings and drawings.
We're having a fair. We decided to bring together creatives, people who have different media of art, people who do different crafts, to come together to showcase, and also to promote the fact that many times people are used to maybe buying foreign things to gift people. You cannot actually gift people arts and crafts that are from Africa, that are Nigerian. So that is why we decided to bring artists together, bring crafters together to come and exhibit.
I work on paper, basically, and I'm usually intrigued by the creative mind and the nature of man, and both the negatives and the sport of negatives, positives, and the sport of creativity. So my works, basically, I'm usually inspired by depth, and the technique I use is quilling, and basically like create 3D art.
This show is bringing talent and their supporters under one roof to display what they have to a larger audience in this unconventional space in Lagos.
Displayed here because from my years of working with artists, I've been able to see what a lot of them do, and also through social media, you get to see artists and the works they put out. So when we put the word out there that we need people to come exhibit, and people responded, and we chose, because these are promising art in Surrey, and these are promising crafters. People have a lot of creativity that the world should see.
The work centers around what unites us as a nation, the creativity of the ingenuity of the Nigerian youth, basically, and our creativity and our diversity, or in all aspects of life, basically. So, but what unites us together is the culture.
So both the creator and those housing their content get a day in the sun, sharing all the intrigues behind the creative process and what makes the piece a collector's item.
The first time I wanted to come up with the feelings job, I was like, wow, how come? What is going on? You know, I was feeling somehow with myself and some other things around me. And then there's one of my friends also who was somehow doing somehow else, and I said, man, this guy's feelings is not okay. And my own feelings too, I'm not okay. And I was like, okay, that motivate me with that. And the other one too, which is called Makoko. The other side, you know, there are so many places in Makoko, but there's one day I went to do a painting at a side in Makoko. So I just come up with that work, and I said, wow, I like this side, and I give it a sketch out for that.
My work is purely storytelling. You know, I try to depict events and happenings, you know, within my, you know, vicinity, my area. You know, some people actually call me an abstract realist artist, where I pick, you know, human forms and places and create my work, my genre of art, you know. But basically, I try to not do realistic paintings, more or less. I try to use colors, you know, and put in different places to depict my expression and all that. I would say my work, really, my kind of work is called spontaneous realism.
I really love fabrics a lot. I love colors. I love creating things. So a lot of things inspires me. Everything around me inspires me. I could see animals, flowers, anything, and just come up with a creative design for my fabrics. That's what I do. But I love flowers also a lot. So flowers inspired me to do that painting, the color ecstasy.
Nigerian art speaks for itself. Nigerians are very creative people. When you see their works, you see the arts that they do, it is mind-blowing. I would just say we should keep putting ourselves out there. Let us say, and most importantly, let us say our positive stories. Let us share the beauty that Nigeria is through our work. Art is powerful. Art speaks. So one way we artists or we creatives, one thing we could do is to keep putting our good works out there. Well, and Nigerians are also in high demand for art, for our art. So we should just keep doing what we have to do. It can only get better. I always like to say that, there are times when it may not look so rosy, but if you keep doing what you have to do, you have the passion, it's there. Just keep sharing your gift with the world. Your gift will make ways for you.
The artists explore different issues and intend to make a difference with their creations.
Group shows sure gives creators a cheaper option to showcase their art, but they can also do so on any of our social media platforms. And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin with this work sent in by Ekundayo Arts. It's called In Her Prime. It's done with oil on paper. Then hard work is how Falope Ibrahim has crafted this one. It's done with oil on canvas. Then Innocent Chikeze is showing us his sweet memories on acrylic on canvas. Beyond the Waif is a charcoal on paper work done by this artist. Then Amuso Joshua is showing us one of his most recent paintings. It's a kettle. The Wedding Vow is a newsprint and acrylic on canvas work by Paul Ogunlesi. Then Abiola Abdusalam has this one. He calls it Ashake with the Red Rose. It's an acrylic on canvas work. Another artist who is captivated by the female figure is Gabriel Femi. He has this one. He's done with charcoal and acrylic on canvas. He calls it the Lost Treasure. Then Ifeanyi Ijoma has this one done with oil and acrylic on paper. It's called Leaders of Nowhere. That concludes the works of art you sent in this week. We appreciate you for always sending them in and encourage you to keep them coming. Nice images there, but it's really important not to post gory or abusive works on our social media platforms, and don't put your contact details either. Thank you very much. Just focus on the work of art you're uploading and give us information about it so people can better appreciate what you have done. Art House will return in a moment. Do stay with us.
In my practice, if a work doesn't communicate with me, I abandon it and turn it against the wall. That's the punishment.
The African Artists Foundation, AAF, display the creation of an artist. The exhibition is titled Made in Lagos, Green and Blue.
This is the first solo exhibition by Ima Odumade, as curated by the African Artists Foundation at their exhibition space in Lagos, which gave him a platform to showcase what he has seen.
Made in Lagos, Green and Blue is basically about the artist's experience in Lagos. He's been living in Lagos all his life, and you can kind of call the artist like a journalist, if you want to call him that, or a photographer, or a documentation taker, because every single place he goes, he's always like documenting, taking pictures, speaking to people, you know, getting information about experiences, and these are all the elements that you can find in his work today.
I'm trying to talk about my own story. I am Ima Odumade, so it's literally saying Odumade in Lagos, but like a short form there. And also, I'm trying to document, you know, this time. So that documentation is the whole what all this is about.
His works are about his experiences, what he experienced, you know, while growing up. You know, his challenges, the things he sees, the people he knows. And, you know, I think that will continue to reform his work and build his work to what it is in the future. And I think even his determination and his experience and his you know, purpose, the fact that he wants to learn and he wants to grow and he wants to research and he wants to connect, I feel he has a very beautiful future. And it's amazing to see, you know, I met him quite when he was young, and now I'm seeing him, you know, have a solo show. I think that's beautiful.
From comics, cartoons and collages, this artist has grown to working with mixed media, using his tools of trade as a weapon to comment and document ills in the society. That's the reason for the kind of titles in this solo and subjects on his canvas, who are mostly children.
I am inspired by my society, the things I see, the people around me, the people that have influenced me. So this whole inspiration literally brought about, you know, this body of work, because there's one thing I really love to say about this body of work. It's like me pouring out my spirit, actually, because it's not just paintings. It's more of like my personal life, my personal, like a documentation of my story of time. Yeah, so it's deeper, actually. I represent school children in my works because I feel like they 100% reflect beginning, or they 100% translate to beginning. And beginning is a factor I'm trying to play with in my work, because I feel like everything started from somewhere. It was triggered by an action. For every end, there's a beginning, or for every process, there's a beginning. So I'm trying to highlight that factor of beginning in my work. So that's why I'm bringing into play school children, and you see that most of my muses or most of my images are children. This piece is called watermill, and watermill is a plant. I don't know, you know these canals, after a while it will turn green. So what is responsible for that is some tiny species of plants. It's called watermill. So these little species come up together to form a body that makes water green. So I'm bringing that. I love that process. I love the whole idea. So I'm bringing it into this piece to talk about how smaller units tend to form a system. So that's just what this piece is about.
Besides capturing the little ones, culture is also being celebrated on his canvas, as he reminds his peers not to throw away what makes them unique because of modernization.
So I'm trying to make my viewer see or get or try to understand this. We are not going to be here for long. with this little time we have, we need to make valuable things. We need to make the right decisions. We need to do the right things. So with this, I feel like we need to be conscious. So I'm trying to make us more conscious. I'm trying to remind us every day in my work.
Emma Odumade has always been a stellar artist. I think from the moment I met him a couple of years ago till now, he's been doing so amazing. He's been creating beautiful works. He's been understanding his craft and his practice, and I think that he's on an amazing journey in the art world. And I'm only excited to see where that leads him to.
From the works I'm seeing here, they're quite captivating. Like the mixed media method the artist is using is really, really incredible. Like his use of colors, the textures to his works are really, really, really crazy. I mean, he has like 3 or 4 different techniques going on same piece. Like a particular piece has like 4 or 3 different techniques going on, and that's something most artists don't even know about. And to me, that's like a very good one for him.
His work is intense. It is striking. It's beautiful as well, but it's more than the beauty. There's so much information packed in his works. If you take your time to look at all the details, you can see like in one piece of art, there's like so many details in it. So his work, I would say, if I would use one word, his work is, I think that his work is intense.
The 25 works of art displayed are inspired and made in Lagos. That's why he decided to play on words by tagging the show Made in Lagos.
On the next episode of the program, there's more to see, and you won't want to miss that. Check it out.
On the next episode of the program, we talk to the artistic director of the National Troupe, Hamid Mohammed, on the troupe's activities for the year. Then a group exhibition titled The Discovery at this gallery, also in Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos. Do remember that your art house experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Go to our YouTube page, view, like, and share the program.
Your art house experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Art House on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Art House on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's Art House today. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Let's catch up online where the conversation continues. I'm Melinda Akinlami, encouraging you to stay safe and keep being creative.